Hey, Dr. Dante here, Life Aboard a Research Ship. When I look back over my career, I think the things that I value the most are the friendships and the relationships that I've developed over projects. And I can't think of two finer guys than Tracy Sutton and John Moore. And every research trip has been a learning experience for me, but the friendships have just been amazing. And I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you to the PI for all of Deep End, Tracy Sutton.
Hi, I'm Tracy Sutton, and as Dante mentioned, I'm the director and PI of Deep End, but that's really just kind of a title, bogus title, because really we're all kind of a big team. So I don't feel like I'm really in charge of anything. I'm mostly just in the background making these things happen, and then everybody kind of does their thing, if you will. So, as Dante mentioned, it's been my privilege we've been friends much longer than we've been colleagues per se, and Deep End was actually the best excuse we had to actually finally work together. So it's just been a kind of just an absolute thrill for me as well. And one of the things that we've worked on together is this project looking at anglerfishes, this group of deep sea fishes that have a lure sticking out of the top of their head. And the interesting thing about that lure is that they don't make the light. It's actually a colony of specialized bacteria. And it's kind of a weird thing because only the females have the lure, and at some point in their lifetime, when they're larvae, they don't have a lure. So at some point between when they're a larvae and when they're adult, they have to get those very specific bacteria in a sea of other bacteria. So it's actually kind of a fascinating process how the mother then passes on that ability to culture that bacteria to their offspring. So the project that Dante came up with was we would snap the lure off of the anglerfishes and then have our microbial team do a complete DNA workup to identify those bacteria. So it's actually been a fantastic project. Just had a paper accepted, so it's really kind of one of these things that's kind of rolling along. So one of the projects now is to do it with other anglerfishes. So for example, we have this lovely lady, also known as melanocetus. Let's see if we can get a better lighting. Does that look good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here we have a lovely lady, and she has her lovely little lure, which might be hard to spot, but I'll see if I can lift it up a little bit. So that's it right there.
Yeah.
So that's the lure, and that's the little house for these luminescent bacteria, and they're on all the time. So for her to be able to regulate the amount of light, she actually have a layer of skin that covers it up, so she can turn it on and off by just covering up the bacteria with flow all the time. And then she feeds those bacteria oxygen and nutrients, so it's quite the little symbiosis, and it has allowed this group of fishes to be the most diverse group of fishes in the world ocean below 1,000 meters, where it's completely dark. It's the midnight zone.
Thank you.
You bet.